Good morning, good morning, good morning on this Friday, Freedom Fun Friday on hashtag Truthbetold. God bless you. Good to see each and every one this morning. This is Pastor James Vincent, pastor of Effect Ministries, hailing out of Henderson, Tennessee, where we are a ministry that helps people change for the better and change for God. Thank my friend Joe for allowing me just these few minutes in order to be able just to give something to add to this great week, that he's been having. Have we truly lost our mind? I'll say hello. I'm saying hello to the whole team on this morning. God bless you. Been watching you this week. Tell you what, I have really enjoyed it. This segment right here, we're calling the pastor's perspective. All right, the pastor's perspective. And today, as we get ready to go into this particular conversation for this morning, sort of dealing with all the things. I mean, we've discussed so much on this particular week. We're going to take the stance this morning of standing strong and moving forward. Standing strong and moving forward. We're going to take this out of Micah 6 and 8 on this morning. He hath showed thee, O man, what is good, and what doth the Lord require of thee, but to do justly, and to love mercy, and to walk humbly with thy God. That's where we're sort of going to hang our hat on this morning, y'all. In the times that we live in on today, you know, there's division, there's uncertainty, there's unrest, especially impacting our communities, especially communities of color, whether you're black or brown, or however it's affecting us. And as believers, y'all, our response must reflect God's heart of justice, mercy, and humility. Now, today we're going to consider three things that we're going to encourage folks to think about as we move forward in this particular day and time. First thing is to do justly. Yes, do justly. Isaiah 1 and 17, learn to do well, seek judgment, relieve the oppressed, judge the fatherless, plead for the widow. Y'all, justice is central to God's heart. Yes, it is. Justice is central to God's heart. And as believers, we must actively confront injustice, whether in systems, whether it is socially, whether it is economic. I tell you, it's up to us in order to be able to do this. I mean, look at all of those before us have did their best in order to be able to fight justice wherever they saw it. I mean, we all know them: Dr. King, Brother Malcolm, John Lewis, Thurgood Marshall, Bayard Rustin, Daisy Bates, Joanne Robinson. I mean, all of these stood for justice in some type of way in the space or arena they were at. We're called to do the same thing. We are called, y'all, to engage in our community in some type of advocacy type of thing within our community to be able to confront injustices. What does that mean? Informed voting. I said informed. Support policy, doing their best to try to align with the needs of our community, both justice-wise and everything else. And one thing about it, I got to be able to tell you, don't fuss about nothing. Do you hear me? Don't fuss about nothing if you're not participating. Okay? Don't fuss about nothing unless you're participating. Justice is passive, y'all. It's purpose in action. That's exactly what it is. Number two to deal with, not only just to do justly, but to love mercy. Love mercy. Brother Fatim and Sister Alethea talked about this on the other day. We're going to take this out of Matthew 5 and 7. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. Y'all, mercy requires empathy and action. Yeah, it does. Empathy and action. I mean, showing mercy bridges the divides, restores dignity. It fosters a community type of healing. Brother Fatim talked about that a lot the other day. He really did. When we look at that, within Micah itself, it instructs us to love mercy. He's calling for them to not just practice occasional acts of kindness, but to cultivate an ongoing lifestyle marked with consistent, faithful, compassionate care for others, especially those in vulnerable or disadvantaged positions, and even those that are outcasted by society. Yeah, and that happens within our own community, y'all. It's a love that is deep rooted in understanding God's merciful nature toward us. And it's us that have to extend this same loyal compassion to others, regardless of circumstances, regardless of situations, regardless of lifestyles, regardless of backgrounds. Y'all, it calls for us to go beyond sympathy, urging us to actively seek opportunities to practice this type of kindness and compassion. And it is no more true. It is more true in our own community. Y'all, it encourages us to have a long-term commitment, to the welfare of others. It's not just about us. It's not just about me. It's not just about you. It's about all of us within our community. It's about our entire community. Whether you're dark, light, tall, short, gay, straight, our entire community. And we got to reflect God's faithfulness in all these particular tangible ways. We got to be able to do it. Y'all, mercy given multiplies mercy received. In short, what goes around, comes around, all right? And the last point, walk humbly with God and stand boldly for justice. Walk humbly with God and stand bold for justice. We're going to pull from James 4:6. God resisteth the proud, but giveth grace unto the humble. Now, we got to explain something here. There is a distinction between boldness and pride. I want to be able to make this clear. There is a distinction between boldness and pride. Biblical boldness is rooted in confidence in the Most High, y'all, not yourself. In the Most High, not yourself. Number two, it's based on the reliance upon God's truth and power. What little power we got, what little truth we got, guess what? It's Him up there that gave it to us. And also, too, it's marked by humility, courage, and also conviction. That's right. That's what it's marked by. Versus when you look at prideful arrogance, to which that just tears me up. Prideful arrogance is rooted in self-confidence and independence that's independent from God. You hear me? Driven by self-interest and ego and a desire to elevate oneself above others. We have to watch that because we see a lot of that in our nation today. And yes, sad to say, even in our own community as well. And often dismisses others' needs or opinions and just neglect the guidance of God and the Most High. Y'all, we have to confront all of that if we plan on doing what God would have us to do. I'm serious. If we plan on doing what God have us to do, we're not worried about trying to uplift ourselves, but to be bold and uplift the injustices that are before us and to do something about them. Y'all, humility unlocks heaven's powers for us. And we have to be mindful of that one particular thing. We have to be mindful of that. So standing boldly for justice means clearly and confidently advocating for what's right. That's what we got to do. Even in the face of opposition. And that doesn't mean to be arrogant. It doesn't mean to be self-centered. But boldness, grounded in humility, recognizes our God as the source of our strength, as the source of our courage, and the source of our humility. Yes, we got to stand amidst challenges. I mean, we have to be deep in demonstrating that the kingdom of God that the Most High is the one that is leading us. And through our justice, through mercy, and through humility, He's number one. We're following His rule, and we're doing our best to uplift Him in our communities. That's what we got to do. So I challenge you today. Hook up with somebody. Hook up with some type of organization. Somebody that is doing something. We all can be doing something, but we can't do it by ourselves. There has to be somebody that's guiding us and leading us. And our Most High, our God, is one to be able to do that for us. You can't just talk about it. You got to be about it. All right? So in all of this, let's not just walk in faith. Let's walk faith boldly. All right? Thank you just for these few moments. I thank God for you. Thank God that we were able to get together on this morning. Keep having the wonderful conversation on today. I know that it's going to be wonderful. Again, this is Pastor J, James Vincent, Pastor of Effect Ministries out of Henderson, Tennessee. Love all of y'all. Keep looking to the hills. And remember, don't conform, transform. God bless you. Have a good day.